Hi, I'm Heather Clancy, the editorial director of GreenBiz, and I am joined by Pradeep Verma. He is the CEO of Solomon Islands Electricity Authority. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us in the GreenBiz studio. Give me a geography lesson. Why do the Solomon Islands present a unique challenge when it comes to the grid?
Solomon Islands consist of 997 islands.
Wow.
Spread over 1.35 million square kilometers.
Okay.
And the land mass is only 29,000 square kilometers.
Okay.
With about 600,000 people. Mm-hmm. So the challenge for us is the tyranny of distance. And we obviously can't have a common grid across all the islands.
Right.
So in the capital city, which is Honiara, which is in the Gorakanal Island, we have a big grid. Mm-hmm. In other islands, we have got very small grids.
So you mentioned that you have 11 islands wired, if you will, or wireless. Is the solution, the mini-grid solution, the same on each island? How do you model?
Yes, the mini-grid solution is, I would say, common across all the islands. Mm-hmm. The other challenge that we have is affordability and accessibility.
Right.
So as I mentioned, you have so many islands, so we need to make electricity accessible to people. If the grid is not closer to your house, it costs a lot of money to evacuate the energy and to connect to the grid. So what we are doing now is we are working with other donors and seeing how we can extend the network, and we try to bring in more customers onto the grid. Currently we have only 16,000 customers.
60,000?
16,000 customers. We want to make it 32,000 by 2021. So the more the customers you have, the lesser will be the fixed cost per customer. Will drive the tariff down. So two things, affordability and accessibility are the big challenges for us.
So how do you address the affordability problem? I mean, are you bringing in the communities and the different cultures on the island to talk about the solution? Are you using businesses to help make the solution cheaper? How are you addressing that?
Okay.
Or how do you plan to address that?
What we are doing is we are running a lot of awareness sessions. So because land is also a big issue, a lot of people are there who are settlers in the capital, which is Honiara. We are asking them to actually go to the Department of Land and get temporary licenses so that we can connect them, because we can't connect someone who's a settler who doesn't have an FT or a title to the land. Mm-hmm. And so on occasions that is an issue for us. So we are asking them to actually at least get a temporary license to the land, and then we can connect them. So that is one of the challenges that we've got. The other challenge, obviously, as I said, is affordability. Price of electricity is very, very high. Now that can only be reduced if we reduce our dependence on diesel.
Right.
So last year we purchased 20 million liters of diesel. If I can reduce that to even 17 million liters of diesel a year and increase the accessibility, the price of electricity will automatically go down.
So how do you decrease that? Are you investing in solar, or what are you investing in?
We are investing in solar. We have just recently put 1 megawatt of solar in Honiara. We have plans to put another 5 megawatts of solar in Honiara with battery storage. And in the outer islands, we are putting mini hybrids, which is solar, battery storage, and with a small diesel backup. So diesel will be 12 to 15%, and 85% will be God's energy.
Will you ever get all 997 islands on, or?
That is very difficult but many of the islands are not having any population. I mean, there are no inhabitants there. I would say about 600 islands would have people living there. But in the small communities, we could do microgrids, and we could have some partnership with some private firms, a private organization. Everything cannot be done by Solomon Islands Electricity Authority. It has to be a joint partnership.
Right. What advice would you give to another island community, such as your own?
The advice would be to go solar and to have mini hybrids and micro hybrids.
Mm-hmm. And how do you include that community, right? The community, the cultures that are there, how do you include them in the conversation?
We actually have a lot of awareness sessions. We use our local general managers who know the culture very well. We go out to the communities, we engage with the communities, because without engagement it can't be done, because land is a very emotive issue. We work with the churches, with the communities, with the provincial governments, with the central government, and with the local tribal chiefs and the church heads. And that's the way of solving the problem. I think communication and awareness is the key thing here.
Well, good luck. Thank you for joining us in the GreenBiz studio. For GreenBiz Studio, I'm Heather Clancy.